Halo.
I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Masih pakai baju stealth itu. This one. Okay, we will get the Trotsky first. The Trotsky, habis itu Kuttenberg first ya. So many.
Greetings. Careful.
We'll return the books first, and then kita jual bajunya.
Danger. Hear what I say about the greatest evil of all. Hey, yay, good people. How you'll learn that the church is rotten.
Somewhere in here, kan? Saya rasa. Wait, ambil makan ya. Alright, we're gonna see Rosa.
By the way,
My favorite book.
as I wandered through the fortress, and there it lay.
You really found it. By the
I read a bit of...
what did you think?
While reading it, I thought the writing... Well, yeah. Or her...
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the...
Wait.
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on.
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry.
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life?
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not...
There are still a few blank pages.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers.
Ooh.
Will you escort me?
Let's go.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas.
Both? Well,
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. I'll take careful notes of everything.
there are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men and like...
Do you know one like that?
Anjay. She's standing
How
before
could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatter. Let's say we write about a woman who is brave and is... Would she do it for herself or...
Make her brave for some... That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. Because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a...
Not yet.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself, especially if you
What? And what on earth do I have to...
lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
What are you doing, man? Iyalah, nggak apa-apa kalau dapat. Dapat nggak tapi? Semoga dapat. Dapat nggak ya?
Well, now we're done.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
Ya,
Fear not, the ink has already dried. So what about that story of ours?
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain...
You see, when I lead mass, one of... And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash...
Oh, it's pretty, really.
But otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied.
Well, and for that matter,
No beating around the bush. Please do stop by sometime. Perhaps I can show you my collection of...
oh man, nggak dapat. Alright. Oh, it's okay. I thought we get something, you know, if you know what I mean.
Conrad wins every time.
Kecil baru ke B ya.
What's that?
I got no time for you peasants. Paling nyolong mereka ini semua.
I'm sorry?
The better wares. Because nobody...
Shame. There's something I need from her.
You've got legs, haven't you? Go and see her then.
You know what she's like. Since the two of you had that
Oh,
quarrel,
bukan.
she turned her back on the whole family.
I tried to make peace with her.
Sebelah. Ini enggak sih? Bukan juga. Ini deh kayaknya.
It's nothing real.
Lockpick. Ini.
Ave Maria.
Servus, guter. What can I...
I'm looking.
Das bin ich.
This pair of bastards forced me.
Das ist and that letter.
That doesn't.
It doesn't...
Well,
Aha. Thanks.
Ich will etwas essen.
Oke. Sekarang kita ke B. Kita mau infiltrate Kingsman Camp. Item kita hampir penuh ya. Should we sell? Dikit-dikit. Sell dikit ya. Ada yang bisa jual? Ada. Ini doang. Cuma ada segitu lagi dia. Ya. Diamnya nanti.
I'd like to discuss.
Finally. Glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Okay.
He was most likely a poor scholar. He thought I would. Grüß Gott, was?
I'll have a look.
Saya beli 400. I think that's enough. Cuma ada 400 ya.
Worried about the price.
Ja, das finally. Und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Alright. We got more potions, we got more things lah. Coba, ini ada nggak ya? We go to mana ya? Yang banyak armor dan trail sini ya. Sini ya nih. Gaining money.
What are you whistling for?
Quality goods, the finest wares, everything fresh.
Armor semua. Ini bisa nih. Sini.
Good day to you. If you're looking for something, you
500 doang duitnya.
I was glad to be of help to you, sir.
Oke.
Farm.
Skill kita udah mentok belum sih? Craftsmanship udah mentok ya. Iya sih. Oh, we get clear up on tracks. Alright, up. Kita udah pakai yang maksimal lagi. Coba pakai sekarang apa sih? Nuremberg Pet Gauntlets. Nuremberg. Sama Nuremberg Gauntlets. Kaki kita pakai Noble Platelets. Turun malah ya. Mana itu kita dapatnya?
I'd like to do some.
Well, finally. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Thing still not know. The poor thing. It's perfect.
This is her old man every day, and she still hasn't quit. Quality goods, the finest wares, round and thin.
Are you whistling at me? I'm not interested.
Chill, bruh. Not at you. Semuanya lah kok. Nah, kita jualkan. Should be fine.
A fine day for some fine wares. A fine day for some fine wares. The finest wares, quality goods.
How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
Bollocks a misunderstanding.
Willkommen. Komm herein. What can you do, sir? Maybe next time then. Ausgezeichnet. Du hast ein gutes Geschäft gemacht, mein Herr. Lebe wohl.
I'm gonna sell this. Nyt vaan raattas teemassa. I think.
Word about the price.
Why? I'm glad you found what you were looking for.
Me too now.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
I reckon you're right. Prayer's the only thing that can help me now. See you next time. Take care.
Don't even start. The siege has been going on for ages, and the city walls still haven't.
Needles, thread, pins, silk thread.
Cuma ada 300.
I'm glad you found what you needed. The finest wares, quality goods.
All right.
Come and take a gander. We've got it all.
Not a chance.
Knives, rivets, axes. Come and take your pick.
We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
Tools, quality tools. Sheep.
A wonderful day for a wonderful
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick. Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy. Great. Happy to be of service. Take care, sir.
The finest mugs.
Ribunya berapa? 5.000. I would take them all.
I was glad to be
for
of help to you,
sale.
good sir.
All right. Sell a bit to the merchant ya last, and then kita masukin semua item yang belum terjual ke dalam laci kita untuk wardrobe. Thank you.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'll have a look at your wares.
400 cuman. I don't know why I take the bolt. Oh man, this girl is so poor.
I'd like to discuss...
Aye. To be of service, sir.
Alright, that's all we can get. Masih banyak buat item kita. Nggak tahu juga sih sebenarnya buat apa nih, udah 22.000 key gitu.
I went to confession yesterday, and that old priest was completely hammered again. Apparently, my greatest sin is that I have such nice
My
breasts.
God,
and
what
my
now?
second greatest, that I don't want to show them to him.
Right, what's the world coming to? 2 popes, heretics, diabolical schemes.
And he tried to persuade me to give the church money for repainting.
And? You give him any?
What do you think? Do I look like a ninny?
I think the church really does need repainting.
Well, I'm not paying for it.
Look, the priest is the priest. We all go to church.
Let the bishop or someone take care of it. I don't care.
See what you mean. But then
Kita pakai aja buat semua ini ya, training ya.
You think so? You're just saying that.
no, I'm serious.
Gitu ya kali ya. Kita pakai buat semua training ya.
Whatever. Here it comes.
Kita pakai ya semua buat.
Oh, it's filthy again. Damn it.
Hope it lasts.
Kita
Do you have enough onions for the soup?
I don't know yet. Here we are. Good. It happens.
One beer. Better than having your baby shit in the pond.
Oke, let's tinggal bit. Dia tinggal. Alright. Ini rumahnya. Minister Vavak.
Hail!
Hold your horses. What are you barging in here for?
I'm going to see Sir Ulrich Vavak. on a most urgent matter.
As usual. Hurry then.
What? Mr. Vavak? Sir, where are you, sir? Di luar ya? Apa di mana sih? Sini kan? What? Suruh gua upstairs ya kali ya? Apa sih? Are you here, sir? Mana dia? What? What? Oh, ini.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall.
Hold your horses. Actually, I haven't.
You've come to
Call it what you like.
the assembly. The one king's...
Surely you would.
Don't try that on me. And tell the truth.
That's none of your.
Oh, really? Then about...
Have you forgotten I have you over a bat?
All right. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
It's not for you to decide, bro. Deal.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to... Otherwise, you...
What will I...
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal...
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt?
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting.
Where can I...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market, that is.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron... What, would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly.
I'll be going then.
Just make sure we both come out.
Kita kan jadi pelayan, guys. had a bad feeling about this. Kita strike into all enemies territory tuh. Langsung masuk ke daerah Sigismund gitu. Maybe you can see Sigismund juga sih.
It happened.
Oh man, we're searching for people. Taylor ya, Taylor.
It never used to be like that.
I know, sorry. He's getting old and losing his wits. And he's half blind.
So, Master Taylor, have you got those clothes for me?
Here they are. The best fabric.
Greetings.
Surely you can wait a while. Here you are. The fight.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. Oh, and you impatient fella. What was it you...
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Yes.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need. Show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. Here it is. The main thing is, don't lose it before the...
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Come and take a look.
fought for
Quality
duty.
goods.
We better get change. What? Lockpick.
Franta Cooldown sent me.
Franta's not coming.
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. I turned...
Oh, that's enough. We can't be without a waiter here when the king... So, have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything. You've got a waiter's cap. A tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run everything as it should. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice.
I should certainly... Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something?
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Huh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and understood?
Absolutely.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
That's good.
I know everything I need.
Excellent. Put away your things here.
Our current Waffen arsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the
I
Dry
apologize,
Devil,
sir.
used that thing.
Which one?
White that Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
Oh, tadi nggak boleh disapa. Do not.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. White and Herr König surely knows this too.
Thank you, waiter.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
Hey,
who is it
waiter,
you want to fight?
pour me some
Exactly.
monastery wine.
The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
I'm sorry,
Der
sir.
König and his army
Orders from
will
above.
not be here.
This is
forever.
unbelievable. Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory.
Hey, waiter,
And
pour
the
me
king
some
is
monastery
surely
wine.
aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived
I
some of the
apologize, sir.
taxes.
Which
The
one?
king fears that this town
Am
will
I
rise
speaking in
against
Latin?
him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around.
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise
Monastery
up.
wine
I'm
here.
afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His
Well,
Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
I fancy some Tokai. Brothel.
Refill, boy.
Isn't it the same thing?
I'd like to oblige, but...
So, the cleanliness
This
of
is
the city is
unbelievable.
not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens'
More wine,
needs.
Master
You're
Bailiff.
right, your own. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling...
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ul. No one's noticed. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess.
Bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health.
I can't.
You're supposed to do what you're told. But suit yourself. I'll go and get it myself.
River just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free.
Waiter,
Well,
pour me red
and
wine.
while he's there, a man can shave and take a... you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black
Sorry?
Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths. Unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare.
Hey,
Arguing
waiter,
about
pour
who
me
is
some
going to
monastery
wash where
wine.
and how
I'd like to
is a
oblige,
waste of
but
time.
I'm not allowed.
It's only
This
a
is
waste of time
unbelievable.
because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that.
Well,
just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
Waiter,
Leave nothing out.
Pour me red
I
wine.
don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble.
Thank you,
He is
waiter.
sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he
Hey,
wants to
waiter.
tell us.
Pour me some
Nothing
monastery
happened.
wine.
There's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my
Well,
friend.
thank the Lord.
Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement. but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If you really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever
Hey,
they want.
boy! A
I
full cup of
suspect
monastery
the gentleman
wine.
from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us. It's now run by the German Menhard. Who knows who that fellow is?
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself.
Vanish,
And to
you hear me?
accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace. Hey!
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's that.
Refill, sir.
There
Do
are
you think
more
I come to the
pressing matters
council
to
just
deal
to
with.
guzzle wine?
More
Come
pressing
here.
than the open contempt of the whole town garrison.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
At the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer,
Waiter,
I'd
get
soon
me
be out
white.
of customers.
Ah, to hell with it.
I'd like to oblige.
You'll never get anywhere like
not
this.
allowed.
This is
Try harder.
unbelievable.
Otherwise, I'll
Since
soon
there
give
is the
myself
eternal
away.
dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster?
You there,
Hire
lad.
more craftsmen, start
A
with
cup of
night
bread.
shifts.
Haven't you noticed
you
there's a
skip
war
on me.
going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling
Sir?
there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
You, lad.
Do you?
You look familiar
What
to me.
would that be?
Have we met?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to
I really
have
couldn't
your
say,
altar
sir.
there?
So what if I would?
I have a
Hold
feeling
your horses,
I've
gentlemen.
spoken with you before,
That
too.
space in the side nave
Or
is
with
mine.
someone who
Then
looks
hell
a
freezes
hell of a
over,
lot
my
like
friend.
you.
Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by
Okay.
that bunch of ne'er-do-wells
And a
from
full
the
cup.
alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh,
Sir?
this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted
Good.
out.
Now run along.
Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Where's the king, man? Why it took so long?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Ruthard.
Azon al-Jilchak Ase, Alegiop Katonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this man of fires!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Do you know any of...
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have some...
I wouldn't be too sure. But... who's that French fellow?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything. He's got more fairy...
Can he be trusted?
He's a blab besides. He defended... If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been...
What do you plan to do?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of...
I'll leave that to the older and wiser.
How does it feel? Or...
No fear. Wine.
But I suppose I'll...
Indeed you should.
Oh, don't
In that case...
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see if...
Because we all need... And why would they not stop?
Are you here to arrange...
We have more serious... The situation... You have men and weapons.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer?
Everything in good time.
Did you come to land?
Not to land.
You don't even know if you can trust them.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That...
You know each other.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Henry's done a few things I'd For a young stripling, he was supposed to become a blacksmith. And instead...
Wait. From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right.
I knew of someone.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like...
And that was all for the best.
Why? You should have taken care of me.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have...
For that, there will be more...
Excuse me.
Oh, itu ada panah yang anjing lah, goblok.
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin.
Baron Vauquelin-Brabant. I am a warrior, a traveler.
My word.
Mais non! And I'm glad...
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. How did you end up...
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. And only lost it never...
That needs some explanation.
Oh, misère.
So?
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I...
Oh. I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Maleshov. I may have, but they never broke.
You say you're a poet?
Jamais. This poet, I think not.
Where have you been on your travels?
But of course! If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then and if you are interested in my greatest deed...
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with...
How come all...
I am operating as this. My great benefit is my strong connection there. Everyone knows my name.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whoreson won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait!
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Why, banget suaranya.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's...
A little I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan... and the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy...
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that...
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary. But for the plan to work, we just need negotiators.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win. You're certainly not the first to tell me that.
Why are you doing it?
Because I want to put a stop to... and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you.
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm...
Certainly.
Bocek of Kunstadt.
That's just the thing. He doesn't play the big game. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he...
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained... Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. But he'll continue to have...
Anna of Waldstein.
Wenzel Bartosz.
I was quite surprised to see her here.
A male? Anna is holding... But don't trust appearances. She's...
And what use can she be to us?
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to... There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz, and that it was thanks to her that he...
Why me?
Because you and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can... There aren't many like you.
What if it doesn't...
I refuse to even
I'll get on it then.
I wish us...
Success...
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek, and he's a great lord.
That's hard to believe. I'd like to check your horses out.
Pah, even better.
And you might not believe...
Well, well.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave.
I want to have a word with Old.
Well, I'm having... For interrupting our conversation.
Is that your...
Unfortunately.
I came with a delegate.
Why so strict?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with...
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard...
You have the impertinence to show me your face?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare...
You're a shitter father.
You're dishonoring...
I can't dishonor someone who has...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your...
You've got no other option. Gentlemen, I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin.
Out of the question. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher.
You want satisfaction? Suit yourself, then. We'll fight.
After you.
Well, that...
Shouldn't we rather...
No. Christopher...
What?
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Ah!
How was close, bro?
Left arm lower!
You're fast.
Cover your right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through!
Take that!
Bener.
Stand firm! Otherwise the first strike will put you on your arse!
Oof. Not bad for a priest.
Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist!
Show your stuff.
What's wrong
They
with
teach
your
you that
legs?
in the seminary. Take that, you shit! Oof. Not bad for a priest.
Switch. Come on, switch.
You don't know which end of that thing is up!
Switch. Come on, switch. I don't know you want to switch.
Oof. Not bad for a priest. Kurva! I'm wounded! Hey!
Look at
Who
my
told
eyes,
you that?
not at my sword!
Enough! That will do!
Good day to you.
My God, Father always said you were a good-for-nothing.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the army. And you ought to know yourself.
Aye.
So Father would be... Only he'll...
I thought he was...
Not at all. When I was 6 years old, he wouldn't talk to me for a week.
The first time he took me hunting.
Only... Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brought... But now...
And that's...
I've got to get him on our side.
Aren't we all on the...
Maybe everyone's saying that.
Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I...
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out.
All right, then. It's a nice idea, but we can't...
Only no one's going to pay for...
Alder's got some...
I expect... Leave Alder to me.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Okay. What is this? Hell.
God be with you.
Look out!
Sorry.
Patricians and usurers. They're without honor.
Sir Bocek, I need to...
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips. Jobst comes up with a plan.
On the contrary.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms, if not...
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convince only in order to get them.
You've got my attention.
How can I...
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my... If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong...
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also...
I believe Liechtenstein is...
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to Black...
How about...
He's a young...
What's the hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
What's wrong with him? And he'll give her...
And to half the wenches. On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So...
You're selling the skin of a boar. First, I want a confirmation that the...
And what?
I don't care what the young lord... If he agrees, the kingdom will...
Nikah paksa.
Sir Hanush,
You do?
I've gained...
And who is it? I hope...
On the contrary.
Couldn't start? I cry... How the hell did...
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what a...
Forget it. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's...
Cheers!
Cheers to you.
Winter. Sir Bocek, your niece Yivka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my...
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink.
Cheers to...
Here's to a...
Good to see you, friend. Pissed him off when he wants his revenge.
Now tinggal si Ana ya. Mana si Ana?
How are you getting on?
Aside from the happy family...
I'd almost Keep it up. Just don't overdo it with...
Where's Ana, bro? Gets from Ana of Wildstein. Oh ya, Ana.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by...
It's quite unusual to see him cornered like this.
Just a moment.
Where's Ana, bro? Oh, ini.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like...
God be with you.
Your diplomat...
No beating around the bush, eh? I like...
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to...
To muster an army that
Christ.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't...
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom.
I am rarely
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crew.
Not only for people, but all...
Who did you learn from?
I acquired the basics from... And the rest, I learned... So, to the point.
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effective.
Nothing more. I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now,
What?
If you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out?
No, no. Alder is innocent in the matter. They're disappointed that and the fact that I'm
And these papers...
My relatives somehow dug up some...
You were dealing with...
They were not the enemy at the time.
I'm supposed...
Harmon Alder was given the He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them.
And the papers...
Just in...
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he let... Bring them to me. But watch yourself. Odorin.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already.
Greetings. Aren't you a bit... What's your problem? The whole... God forbid. But standing around here must be... Not really... Shall we... Well, I'll wait at the...
How about a game of dice?
Don't be a coward. I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
God bless. Greetings to you, friend.
2-3.
Like this. Damn, what's this?
Satu, dua, tiga, 4, 6. 400. Oh, we need 3, 4, 5.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Like this. Alright, that'll do. Here.
Satu di gila banget.
Oh, come on.
Like crazy, bro.
Greetings, friend. God be with you.
Cukup. Oh ya, cukup. Ya, lawan.
Good game, friend. The money's yours.
There's no money, bro.
Greetings to you, friend. I've got those papers.
Quiet!
My lady, with all the clamor going on here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite.
I'd like to.
Why?
Gentlemen, I think we...
Is this?
Like I said, miracle. Tell me, God.
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow...
Both of them.
This is going to be a long story.
All right.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects, not only the Christians. Our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Komitmen.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
How's Henry doing?
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, All you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum.
I apologize, sire. I'll do
all I hear from you over and over again. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of...
Silence! You have to earn your... During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few... But instead of working on them, you idled and let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, and I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend...
Yes.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a...
Yapping, man.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves.
What are you looking at?
Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
What are you looking at, man? Are you gay?
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
The fuck?
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raborsch. Oderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Raborsch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Raborsch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see.
You are right. And you, boy, will you drink with us?
I can't.
As you wish.
Si Otto van Berg udah jalan ke situ. Godwin.
Nice. So what? We left a long time ago. The name is unpronounced here a little while ago.
Irish priest has coited.
Anyway,
Sweating at the
I will just call you...
Nearly.
How'd you like a wine?
The art of wine recipes are passed on from... I myself was... Even the French, right? The king himself had wine delivered for his table.
I expect his lordship.
Best, this wine would perhaps... Give me 100...
When those two girls came...
I'd like to drink a toast with you.
So...
Touching. Come now.
I never had... Not a bit.
In that case, fuck.
Well, his lordship is so...
To hell. I had my hand left.
You can bet on it.
I don't.
I couldn't resist it either. You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And just stand over that ditch. You just fall in.
Oh my god.
So you see, the best thing we could do.
I already.
Feeling I forgot. I remember someone saying something about me.
Ah, whatever. They got by without it. It'll be fine.
You understand?
We did find out. You're changing the subject, so you don't have to admit I'm right. God be with you.
Having a good time. Well, what are you missing? There's one. Well, let's have a game for a coin. Since it's your... now that's...
God be with you. God be with you, my friend.
God be with you.
Anjing dapat terus dia. Bagus lagi. Oh my god, lost. I need to win 300. I have no chance. Yeah.
Want to roll some... Sure. Playing for...
mate.
And what might...
Let's keep it as...
What the hell?
You bet.
What again? 2, 3, aduh. 2, 3, 4, 5 mana tadi anjing? 5, 5, 6. Ada yang bagus tadi. Oke, combo-combo.
Greetings.
Alas.
Want to roll some...
Sure.
I don't play...
Oh, you can...
Have you ever thought about...
How come you're...
All hail, but you know how it goes. I explained, I'm too old. Nothing to... It's the...
I'd bet...
What?
Deal with him, yeah.
It depends.
Well, that's not bad at all.
God be with you, my friend.
Good day.
Maybe I should add some spices.
Dread knights in full armor. I will clear my name. I will charge the enemy with cavalry.
The sausages were delicious. When those two go. They got wine without a
I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And to stand over that ditch,
I don't know.
we just fall in.
At least you can swim. I'd drown now.
So you see,
I won't. Come here.
Other end, maybe an old He splashes out like there's no tomorrow.
I'm surprised. He's a bitter contrary. I'd rather eat well.
Himself.
And then you will wake up in a pit somewhere.
Do you get it, Father?
I'd rather run my own.
I understand. Let's at least drink.
You should rejoice that you are to be married.
God be some easily scooped powder is the last thing you need.
What's the fellow? There's no pony.
Gracious, you couldn't think of a fancier name.
Today.
Apa sih? Cari apa sih? Was his father's best wine? A jug. Not a glass, yeah? A jug.
I beg your pardon.
What kind of name is
You know, just mispronounce the name, and we're not talking about it.
I can't. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Mabuk-mabuk.
Just surrounded Christopher. Can't make it on his own. Take that!
Get him!
Kurva! I'm wounded!
Big mistake,
big cunt!
Kill him!
Ready to die? Cover your head, damn it! Slice you up! You're not after it!
Stand your ground!
Seize them for! Fucker!
this guy's not.
You got him!
Let's go, Henry.
Quick! Quick! Whoa! Come over! I'm wounded!
What?
Show your stuff.
Keep it up! Kill him! Fuck you, horse! You're mine, you bastard! Now you're finished. They've done with you enough. Yes! Smash his face in! Take that!
Fucking hell! He knows how to sword fight. Eat dirt, yokel! Don't expect mercy from me.
You nearly got me! Yeah! Spare him!
Now that's what I call an opener.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Jobst long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother. But only almost. Good work.
You have a brother?
He's upstairs in the hall. He's...
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money grabber. We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know...
Where did they go?
They've got to raise an army for us.
So we have a plan to counter...
But, as you can see, our ally...
Oh, Glad, be so kind.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but Von...
You knew he was...
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the... Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for...
If I survive the...
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot. The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. Anyway, give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. With
Punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Watch them. He's as greedy as a pig.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it.
Poor animal. Handsome, young, sturdy. Well, at least it was over quick.
Little loot, little loot.
My temper's not as light.
Why did they even
Enough arrows in him to knock down.
Haven't they had enough?
They'll never leave us alone.
Good, Dougie.
What will happen to his lordship now?
Good to see you, but
Oh, come on. They could well have... If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berg...
Von Aulitz surprised even sick.
Well, they killed Lady Anna of Volstein.
And they captured... without them, we can hardly...
We'll figure out.
But how?
Get a grip.
You're right. Nevertheless...
Actually, at Sigismund's count.
Gods, we need to get... I'm going with you. Out of the... You'll be more... Henry.
What if the old lord...
Nightmare.
But I still insist that it was necessary.
Sorry bro.
Gained. We could easily have ended...
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. Just tell him.
What did you talk?
We talked about your stepfather.
Why?
It's true, I did not. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? Well...
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes.
Are you sure?
When I was born. Nothing. Proof, perhaps, that both your god and mine have it, you know. But now that I know, I will never see him.
I can tell you about him if you want. This is not the end. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fuck...
What's a...
That is hard.
Nonsense. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often... And all that with the king...
This is what we were afraid of. But we need to get... Will you come with us?
I'll come. And Liechtenstein...
Very well.
Let's not waste...
Let's go. I think.
Thank God you're all right. On the...
Kubienka?
Well, I heard you were having some kind... And I see, instead of...
The real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too. If you...
Could you stop blabbering?
Easy, Ingele.
All right.
I'll explain to you on the way.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not.
But I'm not just going to...
All right, then.
Yeah, gotta repair our kits a bit. I hope kita sudah ada progress dalam ceritanya ya. Segini.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. And I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too. Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
Are you surprised? It's all my fault. They weren't helping me.
That droid of Sigismund, may his name be erased, would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
We really should pick up the pace.
All right. Schnell! Schnell!
It's a long road.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough. Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
Hurry up, John. Little lockpick, little lockpick.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up a little, Kurva. My arse is getting numb.
Nah, not now. I have to go and see Liechtenstein.
Saving Jews from Nazi. Let's go through it. Bruh. Bruh. What? Rip games.
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubienka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
This way, Henry. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're gonna make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now? It's strange all the same, isn't it? Hundreds of people must have dug this tunnel. Years of hard labor in the darkness. The effort, the suffering. And today, God willing, we'll save a lot of folks suffering thanks to it. Damn it!
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this.
I'll go up.
I hope so. If they took anything from down here, they mustn't get it. I'll gather up my things in the meantime.
Hunting sword, what the hell? How could you die? I'll take the grotions. Jewish bread. Eat a bit. Biar lebih kuat. The lockpick.
Search the whole place, they say. Bring it.
Take the money. Here. What? It's already open, bro. Misfortune, alright.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mum?
She is.
I'm really sorry.
There was nothing novice.
I'm sure Mum... You go ahead.
But sir,
I can take... God be with you.
Henry, my ma is waiting for us. Get her.
What? Why can't I open the door? What? I've never seen it.
We must get to Sam's mother first. Then we'll see.
Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry.
Of course.
I'm his...
Was sagst?
Sam.
Watch out!
What's going on?
Sam!
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe.
We have to get to the cin...
Through the backyard!
Come on, then!
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them! Baruch Hashem, they're gone. We have to keep going. Through the yards! That's Peter's nest. Can you help them?
Please leave her alone, or... Oh mein Gott! Es ist vorbei!
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Or you'll be sorry!
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We'll talk later. Now, we have to go.
Take a few groceries from the dead. Oh, a lot of groceries. Wow, man.
Kiss them all down!
Come on!
What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? You'd rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Ah, Kubienka.
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
Eric.
There they are. Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's kill them all.
What the hell is this?
Let him have it!
We'll rid this place of you, scum! Just like you.
Useless!
Die, you
Pray to Jesus for mercy!
Berusia sama
Hell is waiting, you bastard!
Crucify you!
Fuck you! Let him have it! Blood, yeah!
I'll throw your butt out! You won't fuck!
Brave, you bastard!
Come here!
Die!
Come on! Everyone's inside!
Henry, come on! Let's go!
Gott mohol mir.
Let's go. It's this way.
Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother.
oh armor kita udah mau habis.
And talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
There's nothing we can do now. We must get the wounded out of here first.
Are we just supposed to bury them? Don't worry. Even if that happens, we'll be able to pull the...
Are you all right?
I'm fine, lad. Mein Gott, now we have...
I know this...
Right now? Well, how is Oh, the hen of
Sigismund.
I am sorry to... At least you survived.
I'm sorry I don't have better than you.
Do not worry about it.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went schlag auf schlag.
So what happened that made Martin leave?
My Martin would never... My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him. But Martin would not...
That means pregnant.
Yes. My father knew that if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off. But my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
Did Martin not go looking for you?
People said he did go looking for me, even as far as Colin.
If only he had gone all the way.
Even if he went to the very edge of the world, it would not have been enough.
And
no.
And he didn't try...
You know he did, but it never worked.
And did you ever...
I asked around, and I could not...
All right.
Before you go, tell me.
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. I dream about him quite often. About that last day, and he said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den. To Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort...
Everything should be...
Take care of yourself, dear brother.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
All right. Alright. Can we get into Kuttenberg? I don't know. We haven't finished the Thunderstone yet. Thunderstone belum kelar. Itu belum kelar. I think we're done for today, boys.
Fair enough.
Nanti kita akan ketemu Zizka dan juga mana lah. Depannya gimana? Mau ngapain? See ya.